Oh baby, let's go to the next module on the Python um in the Microsoft Python for beginners. Let's go, baby. Let's go. How I go this shit? Let's go. Alright, so here what we're gonna learn here is what? Variables using operating strings and a critical skills for Python developers, and that's it, baby. By the end of this module, you will be able to use the most common string helpers functions and implement a variety of formatting techniques. Let's go, baby. Teach me that shit. Python strings are one of the most important and common types in the language. Learning how to interact with the strings, including formatting and replacing text, in an essential skill to develop for working with Python code. Scenario: create a program that 2 describes facts about the moon. How, baby? Imagine that you are creating a program to describe some measurements and other information about the moon. You will need to use various strings operations to create the output. What will you learn? By the end of this module, you'll be able to use special strings methods, use variables to introduce values in text, apply other advanced formatting techniques to change how text is presented. What is the main objective? In this module, you will incorporate strings operations when you create a Python program. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. String basics in Python. Although strings in the Python appears to be simple and straightforward, there's some complexity in the string rules that's important to grasp. Knowing the rules help you avoid being surprised by strings behavior when you're modifying values or formatting text. A simple string. In our example for this unit, you have a single fact about the moon that's assigned to be a variable like this. Fact: the moon has no atmosphere. Let's go. Atmosphere and print fact. Okay. The output shows the text has been assigned to variable. Let's go. Okay, I understand. If I use a print and use a fact, the variable fact is going to be shown here. Immutability of strings. In Python, strings are immutable. Immutable. I think it's immutable. How say that shit, babe? Immutable. I think immutable.
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 I'm mute. You guys say mute. I'm mutable. Oh, let's go. Because Python doesn't give you errors when you alter strings, you need to add another fact sentence to the single fact that's assigned to variable. It seems that though adding the second what would alter the variable as in the following example. Let me check this shit. If I use a plus here, checking plus here. Oh, fact plus. Oh, okay. Fact: the moon has no atmosphere. And effect plus. Okay, I think I'm gonna make these two things together. I think you might expect the output to be: the moon has no atmosphere. Point, and here we have a period. No sound can be heard on the moon. Although it might look as though with modifier the variable fact, a quick check to the value reveals that the original value is unchanged. I want to know how gonna be output. Fact equal, fact plus, print fact. The trick is that you must use a return value. Okay, what is return value you're saying? When you add strings, okay, here's the strings. Python doesn't modify any string, but it returns a new string as the result. to keep this new result assigned into a new variable. Oh. Okay, understand that, because I think gonna be error here. Because fact plus no sound, this is not a code. I need to use a print or something like that, I think. And here I use a variable, true facts. Fact plus no sound can be heard on the moon. Print true facts. Okay, okay, I understand. The moon has no atmosphere. No sound can be heard on the moon. Operation on the strings always produce new strings as a user result. About using quotation marks. Okay. You can enclose Python strings in a single, double, or triple quotation marks. Although you can use them interchangeably, it's best to use one type consistently within a project. For example, the following strings uses double quotation marks. Okay, this is I think just a print, right? I think. Because if I use quotation, it's a string, right? That's it. I know that. However, when a string contains words, numbers, or special characters, substring, that are also enclosed in quotation marks, you should use a different style. For example, if a substring uses double quotation marks, enclose the entire string in the single quotation marks as shown here. Okay, here's a single quotation here, like a single quote and double quote here. The near side. Similarly, if there are single quotation marks on an apostrophe, motherfucking word, apostrophe, I don't know that.
Apostrophe.
Apostrophe, what the fuck? Who can say that shit? As in a moon in the following example, any word within the string encloses entire string in double quotation marks. Okay, but I didn't understand when I'm gonna use this shit. Okay, understand. When I want to use the quotation as a string, it's not a string here. I want to show this shit here. So I need to use a single quotation here and the double quotation here to show this double quotation here, the near side. Alright. Failure to alternate single and double quotation marks can cause the Python interpreter to raise a syntax error as shown here. We only about 16% of the moon surface. Okay. File. Steading. I don't know what is steading. Line 1. We only see about 60% of the moon surface. Invalid syntax. Here's a error because I just use a string here, but I need to use a variable. Maybe I don't know. When the text has a combination of single and double quotation marks, you can use a triple quotation marks to prevent problems with the interpreter. What the? Okay. We only see about 60% of the moons. Okay, have a single quote here and double here, and I need to use a 3 double quotation here. Okay, because I'm using a moon surface here. Okay, understand this shit. Let's go. Understood. Multi-line text. There are a few different ways to define multiple lines of text as a single variable. The most common ways are use a new line character. Oh, here I already saw this shit, but I didn't know what is it. What was this? Okay, use a triple quotation marks. New line characters separate the text into multiple lines when you print the output. Multi-line equal facts about the moon and colon here, and here I'm using print multi-line. Okay, okay. So this shit here is just to jump a line here. So multi-line like a bar n and bar n here, right? You can achieve the same result by using triple quotation marks. Multi-line, multi-line. Okay. What the? Pre-multi-line. Okay, understand. I use a triple quotation here, and I can like I use shift enter to jump a line to go to the next line and write something, here, and end here. Then the Python gonna understand there's a triple line here. Let's go, baby. That's cool. String methods in the Python. String methods are one of the most common method types in the Python. You often need to manipulate strings to extract information or fit a certain format. Python includes several strings methods that are designed to be the most common and useful transformations. String methods are part of this str string type, meaning that the method exists as a string of variables or part of the string directly. For example, the method title, method dot title returns a string in initial caps and can be used with a string directly. Print temperature and facts about the moon dot title. Output gonna be okay. So here gonna be show like a title of the program. I think gonna be that like a title of the program here, and under of this have the rest part, the left part of the program. I think heading equal temperatures and fact about the moon. Heading upper equal heading dot title. Upper and print heading upper. Heading upper, heading. All right. I cannot like I jump this shit here. Just use a print heading and title. Why am I gonna use that way? Why I don't just say like a heading and dot title instead of I use another variable to print? I don't know why I need to use that way. Heading equal temperatures and fact about the moon. Heading underscore upper equal heading dot title to create another variable. And why I just don't use print heading dot title? I don't know. Maybe I can try it and I don't know. A common string method is a split. Without arguments, the method separates the strings and every space. When you say arguments, what do you want to mean in the program? I don't know. Arguments. When I say argue, here, fight. Yeah, this is what I think when I say arguments. When you're gonna try to argue, you're discussing something with someone. But in the program language, I don't know what that means. Program language and the argue. Like
Arguments.
and argue, I think the same. Give a reason, cite evidence supporting the action. They are typically with the aim of persuading others to share one's view. Yeah, what is it? I think argue. Yeah, and arguments in this shit here. Without arguments. What arguments means? Let me check that ChatGPT, baby. like here, what the arguments means in Python language. Okay, let me check. Arguments refer to the value that are passed to a function when it's called. Values that are passed to a function when it's called. These arguments are used by the function to perform its operations. And let's break down the key types of arguments and what they mean. Positional arguments. Definition. These are the most common types of arguments. They are passed in a function in the order defined by the function parameters. Like example, def, greet, name, age, at least, and 25 are positional arguments. Arguments. Oh, okay. A word inside the parentheses are arguments, I think. Greet, name and age, and print. Hello, name, you are, age. Greet, Alice, and keyword arguments. Definition. These allow you to specify the name of the parameter explicitly, regardless of its position. The order doesn't matter here. And here the order matters, because I just separate using the comma here. And here doesn't matter, because I have an age equal 35 here, right? Default arguments. Hello, name and age. Greet Alice. Age defaults to 30. Okay, I didn't guess this like clearly, but maybe after I'm gonna get this shit. Oh, have so many types of arguments. Arguments, type annotation, unpacking arguments. I think arguments is this shit here. Why arguments matter? They allow you to make function reusable, like this one here, right? And adaptable to different inputs. They make your code modular and clean. Okay, get it. I think this one here, this thing here. Greet arcs. Alright, let's go. Whoa! Oh, now I get it. Without arguments, because here we have the parentheses but don't have the words inside it. The common string method, without arguments, the method separates that string at every space. If you use the method this way, you create a list of every word or number that's separated by the space. Let me check this sheet. Temperatures dot split. List. Alright, I get it. Because have a space here. Have and space and nightmare and column space. Okay. In this example, you are dealing with multiple lines, so the implicitly new line character can be used to split the string at each end of each line, creating single lines. Okay. Output in daylight F. What the heck? I didn't get it. Daylight, and here I have an N here. F30 260 Fahrenheit, and here minus 280 Fahrenheit. Okay. Okay. Oh, babe. I use an N there. I use an N here. But I didn't get it. This is not a new line. I need you to use a new line, right? And why the output I have a braces here, square braces here. The type of splitting becomes handy when you need a loop to process or extract information, or when you're loading data from a text file. I didn't get it. Why we use that shit for user braces and colon, a colon here, a comma, and another word here. Oh shit. I didn't get it. I don't know when I'm gonna use this. This type of splitting becomes handy when you need a loop to process or extract information, or when you're loading data from a text file. Fn. But here I have n here. Bar n here, and I have another bar n here. If I use a bar n here, and I use a bar n here, that becomes a division of the all string, maybe? I'm gonna check. In this case, then bar n becomes the division of the code. I don't know, maybe. Okay, I'm right. Yes, in this case, the n new line character acts as the delimiter for splitting the string into non-list. What is an n? In a special character in Python that represents a new line, and tell the program to move to the next line in the text. And how does split n works? The split method in Python divides a string into parts by using on the delimiters you specify. When you use bar n as the delimiter, it splits the string in every new line. Daylight n. Before and after. Okay, I'm right. Okay, I get it. Let's go. I don't know why, but maybe I need to use that shit. Search for a string. Some string method can look for content before processing without using a loop. Let's assume that you have two sentences that discuss temperatures of various planets and moons. However, you are interested only in temperatures that are related to our moon. That's if the sentences aren't talking about the moon. They shouldn't be processed to extract information. Okay. The simplest way to discover whether a given word, character of group, or character exists in a string is to use an in operator. Print moon in. So I need to know that in. Moon in. Output is gonna be false. Alright. It's false because I don't have a moon here. Print moon. But I want to print, and the output gonna say false. I didn't get this shit because print is it's to show something. It's to show false and true. Yeah, just this, I think. An approach on finding the position of a specific word in a string is to use the find. I don't know, find function method. Temperatures equal Saturn has a daytime temperature of minus 170 degrees Celsius, while Mars has minus 30 Celsius. Print temperatures dot find moon. Output minus 1. Output. Method returns a minus 1 when the word isn't found, or it returns the index, the number representing the place in the string. The following examples show how it would behave if you were searching for the word Mars. Temperatures with Saturn has a daytime temperature, Mars 64. Okay, and I get it. I know that. Count 1 and 0. Alright. Mars and moon. Don't have a moon, okay? The string in Python are case sensitive, which means that moons are considered different words. To do a case insensitive comparison, you can convert a string to all lowercase letters by using the lower method. Print lower. Alright, similar to the lower method, strings have an upper method that does the opposite, converting every character to uppercase. Alright, and I have now the capitalize. I think that's just a first word. Check content. And when you're searching and checking content, a more robust approach in the lowercase a string to the casing doesn't prevent a match. For example, if you're counting the numbers of the times the word appears, the method wouldn't count the times where the appears, even though they're both the same word. You can use lower method to change all characters to lowercase. Okay, I get it. Okay. There are types when you process the text to extract information that irregular in its presentation. For example, the following string is simpler to process than an unstructured paragraph. Temperatures equal March average temperatures, colon minus 60 Celsius. To extract the average temperatures on Mars, you can do well with the following methods. Temperatures equal Mars average temperature. Parts equal temperatures dot split, and I have a column. Output. Print parts, and inside braces -1. -1. Alright, let me check. If I use colon, what happened? If I use a split, I'm gonna like adjust the split, right? Every space I'm gonna do like a something, like I'm gonna do a space, and I'll use a comma here and comma here and comma here. But instead of that, instead of an empty one, I use a colon here with quotation here, single. And here I use a -1. The proceeding code shows that everything after colon is a temperature. The string is split at colon, which produces a list of 2 items. Alright. Everything I use inside on this parenthesis at the split, I use this thing to delimit. So here I have a colon here, and I use a colon. So I'm gonna do one thing here and one thing here. Alright, I get it. Using -1 on the list returns the last item. Last item. But I thought it was C because I have a space here. Parts -1. Okay, I get it. The last item is parts, and parts I use, and I already use a column here. If I use just temperature here, I think gonna be C, right? If the text is irregular, you can't use the same splitting method to get the value. You must loop over the items and check to see whether the values are of a certain type. Python has methods that help check the type of the string. Let's go. Type of the string. Let me go. Type man highest for item in 4. What is 4? It's to print every. I don't know. I think the 4 is to print every like element inside of something. For item in Mars temperature split, if item is numeric, print item, output 30. Alright, this is a little bit hard to understand. Let me understand. 4. The function for is to print everything. I think so. 4 items in Mars split. 4 items in Mars. 1, 2, 3. If items dot is numeric, like the is numeric method is decimal, can check for string that look like decimals. It might be surprising to learn that -70 would return false. This is because all characters in the string would need to be numeric, and the dash is a numeric. If you need to check negative numbers in a string, then this numeric method wouldn't work. Alright. There's extra validation that you can apply on string to check for values. For negative numbers, the dash is prefixed to the number, and that can be detected with the start with method. Alright, but I didn't get this shit yet. 4 item. Can I use a Visual Studio Code and get this thing to explain to me? Okay, like I said before, for loops iterates over the words in the Mars temperature Microsoft. They split. Alright, and the result in the highest temperature on Mars is about okay, it's this and in for item. I created here. Alright, I need to understand when I use this for item, I already created a variable here. For item in Mars temperature split, if item is numeric, print item. What happened if I run this shit? 30. Alright, I get it. When I use for item in, I already create a variable here. I learned this. I already learned. Because you can create a variable using this for and in. I don't need to use like a item here and do equal something. So I create here in Mars temperature and split. So for each, I'm gonna print. If I say item, if I print item, I'm gonna like print everything. Alright, if I don't like use this shit here, kill this shit. If I don't use this if here and I just use print here, I think I'm gonna print all the words here. I think. Oh, alright. Alright, I get it. And if I use if hidden is numeric. Oh baby. If I use that way, I create a condition here. What is wrong with that shit? Okay, I need to use this one. Let's go, I understand that. And each line I'm gonna use that way. Can I just use in the same line? I cannot use the same line? If I just use 4 and here I delete. Print. What the heck? I don't need you. Something wrong here. What the? Man, I didn't get it. I cannot use just 4? And what is wrong with that shit, baby? If I use print here, can I use 4 print? Nope. How I use 4? I need to use a column after the 4? For word. What the happened? If word is numeric, print temperature. What happened if I use that way? I need to use a column after the 4. Oh, here I create a variable like I did before. Alright, I think in this video gonna be until here. We can keep going and after our study. Let's go, baby.